Hello, welcome back. So this is a view waypoint without turning the drone on. So we're going to set it up, then we're going to send the drone out and then see what it looks like when we've actually done it, just to prove that it can be done without the drone switched on. I'm still at the location from the previous video, so if you've not watched that, go and watch that. That shows you how to plot this out, the waypoint, so you can continuously use it over and over again. So that I've got that all set now in the flight logs, so I can go back and do that. So the plan today is to set out another area that I can go back to, but you can do this from home. There's no reason why you can't. I'm just still on here. I've got another battery left, so why not? Let's get into it. We'll go to connection guide. We've got the Mini 4 Pro, whichever drone that does this for you, brilliant. I believe you can do it on the same ones. I don't have the Maverick ones, the big ones, Maverick 3 and so forth. So if you've got that, I believe this still works for that, but yes. I'm going to try and keep this as quick as possible. So go to camera view, then that'll bring up your actual video from the drone, excuse me, but we haven't got it connected. So what we want to do is start our viewpoint. So press on viewpoint, top left. We're going to go off the settings that we used last time that I remember. So we were 50 meters up. So we're going to go for that, 50 meters up. As a rough guide, we're going to watch the drone anyway, because who knows, anything can happen. So it's rule of thumb, go into the map so we know it's safe around here to do that. So we're going to start off with the first one where we are. So it'll return back here. So that's the goal. So keep your finger on the, apologies. To add a waypoint, keep your finger on it and double click, and away you go. You've got your first view waypoint now. So then from there we want to go over to where we want to start off. It's important to note to start, before you do anything else, is your altitude is set to 50 meters, which it is for us. So that's the plan, to keep it at 50 meters. So we don't need to worry about any other settings at the moment. We will come back to that. So we're going to go over to where we kind of want this to start off. So kind of here. So that's number 2. And then number 3, 4, 5, and so forth. I'm going to plot it out. And then the last one, I'm going to put it there, but we're going to move that over. So it's not exactly where I want it to be, where I'm stood at the moment. So we're going to move that over. So it's roughly where I want it to be. That's so I don't have to do anything. I can just watch it, and then when we finish, we can just bring it in. It's easier to do that way. So now we've got that all set. It's all 50 meters. We need to do a point of interest. So that brings in the point of interest. So the point of interest. So we're going to press the arrow key on the left there, just below the bin, and then press on point of interest. So now we need to set a point of interest where we're going to set the gimbal of the drone to look straight out, and we want the height of that as well. We don't want it at 50 meters because it's too high up. So we're going to move back over. We kind of want it in the center of where we are, and we just click on there, and we've got number 1. My hands are cold, so sometimes I have to hit it twice, so it's quite chilly. But now we've got a point of interest, we need to set the height of that. So we click on there, and we've got the altitude. That altitude is set to all the others, so we really don't want the drone to be taking a picture on a tree. We want it to be looking down. So I think about 13, we'll go for 15 meters. That will point the gimbal down at what you're looking at. So it'll give us a good perspective of the ground, currently the ground. We're going to go back and we're going to redo this to create 2 videos. So it should look good, that we can use to edit and so forth, and make this interesting rather than a boring playlist. So yeah, we've got that all set. We want to apply to all. So if we press apply to all, apply current settings to all POI, so point of interest. So we click on that, okay. So now all of the drone viewpoint is all set to that altitude. So now we want to go back to viewpoint. So we want to press back on that first one. So remember the first one we took that over there, it's not going to be looking at us. So we want to move over, and then we want follow course. We want to change that. So follow course, press on it, it'll go yellow, and then you've got follow course at the bottom there. So press on there, and then you want face point of interest, and then press OK, and then that will change all the point of interest on that one. So we now need to do it to all of them. So apply to all, and then apply current settings to all waypoints. So now you'll see, we'll look there now, they're all looking straight at that point of interest. So that's what we want. We want that to do that. So now we need to go over to global settings. So we'll go back out of there. So, oh, wrong one. Let's go back onto there so we can see what we're doing. So zoom out a little bit. We are going to adjust that a little bit because I'm not quite happy with it. So we're going to adjust that a little bit. So what we're going to do is go over to the 3 dots in the right hand corner. So we want global speed. I'm going to speed that up a little bit, and then it'll give you your total time. So we want around 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes ish. So it's not too slow, but not too quick. And then end of flight, we want it to just back to the start. And then on that as well, you need to make sure, I like to make sure, return to home, loss of signal. I want it to continue. I'm going to be pointing at the way where it is anyway, just so I can keep the maximum strength for the signal. But like, just for namesake, for safety, just put that on there so it will continue and it won't just go straight into the drone. If you've not seen the first video, go and watch that, and I explain on making sure that you've got obstacle avoidance set so it goes around. It's a lot more juddery, that is, but I don't, for this purpose it's perfect. So we're gonna set for that. So we've kind of got what we want. So we've got that all set now. So what we need to do is go to the first one and make sure we've got camera action. We've changed that to start record because we wanted to start recording the first one, right? So there was a reason why I did that next to it. So we can press on that. So that's the end one, and then you want camera action. You want that on stop record. So then it will start at number 1 and finish at number 16. That's the goal. So we've now got all that set. We're quite happy with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to save that. So the aim of the game for this is to save it so we can keep using it over and over again. So this is putting in the hard work, so then when we're kind of busy or you want to do this quickly or you haven't really got the time, you can bank, you know the web's all right, we can go ahead and do it. So you want to press on the paper above number 1. So that is at the top there. You can see the previous flight is on there, so the original, so that was the original one I did. Like I said, go and have a look at that one, and then we're going to hit save, and we want to press save as. So now we've saved that as, so it's come up. So we want to save that to second location now, so we'll do second location. So now we've got that set, we can save that and then save. So now we've got the second location, so we've got one saved there, so we don't need that one. We'll get rid of that one, we'll delete that off. So scroll to the left and it'll get rid of it. So now we've got second location and we've got the original. So now we'll go back out of here. So now we've got this all set. I'll see you in a second. We're going to get the drone up and then we're going to try it to see what it looks like. We're going to make sure it looks right and everything, so we can make sure we know that that is brilliant and perfect. But before we do that, I want to show you something. So if you're not happy with where one of them is, so let's go with number 2. So number 2 is in the wrong area. So we can move that out. But the minute you do that, it does change all your settings. So remember, go back into, so we've gone into waypoint 2, so we want to go back to the first waypoint and then follow course, change. Point of interest has disappeared. I don't know why that is, so we're going to reset that point of interest. So like we said before, 15 meters. So we've got that, and then we want to save that. It's kind of reset all the settings. I don't know why it's done that. It may be because I've saved it and then I've gone back into it. I'm not 100% sure. But we're going to go to the first one, and then we're going to go global speed. That's not what we were after. So like before, we've done point of interest, 15 meters up, but we've applied it to all like we did last time. So now we're good to go now. So now we've done that, we just need to, I'm going to double check to make sure it starts record. camera action. That's not even set. I don't know why that was, but we're going to change that. Start record, and then we're going to go back, go to 16, and then stop record. Just for peace of mind for me. So we're good to go now. So I'm going to get the drone up, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, so now we're in the air with the drone. So we're going to hit next, and then just press go. We need to just double check, make sure, loss of signal, we want to continue. And then return to home, back to start. I don't know why it's done that. We've even got global speed as well. I think it's something to do with me saving it. So we just need to make sure that our global speed is around 6-7 meters per second. And then we're going to hit go. And away he goes. So I'll see you in a second at the end, and then we'll see how it looks. Quite happy with that. There's a couple of changes I want to make, but we're going to lose that for another video, and we're going to adjust this to make it kind of perfect and make it just nice for when we do it again. But I'm really happy with that. We're going to save this, so I'm going to do the same process before. I'm not going to go over it again, but I'm going to do the same process before, make sure I got it right, because I didn't like how them settings changed. But yeah, we're good to go. I hope you enjoyed this one. Go and watch the first one if you've not watched that, and subscribe, because there's going to be quite a few on this playlist for doing this Waypoint, because I do like it. There's a lot of different things you can do with it, and as I'm learning, I want to show you that obviously I'm going to be transparent as possible. If I've made a mistake, then we're going to correct it. So if you make the same mistake, you know how to do that. So it's a bit like the settings change, global settings, they all changed after I'd saved it. I don't know what I did there, but we've had to go back and change it. So I hope you liked it, and I'll see you on the next one. I'll be seeing you next time.